Yes, even guy can wear pinks, right?
Of course.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very cute.
Thank you.
So, what was the struggle, you know, to have this business startup?
Yeah, I think there's like many challenges. Like you think you get over the biggest challenge, then another challenge like shows up. So at first, I thought I need like the biggest challenge would be startup capital. You needed money to start a business. But the thing is, then I realized um I could just in Chinese culture there's like lychee packet, red packet. I used all the money from there. And then I also learned how to make websites for other people and use the money from making websites for other people to like fund this business. So yeah, that was the first ever challenge.
Whoa. Welcome to Heart Dialogue. Yes, I'm your host, Katie Yap, and today we're gonna have a very meaningful dialogue with someone who seems so far yet so near because of technology. Hi, Darren.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, so just a little bit background of how I actually met Darren. Okay, Darren is a founder of Sababu Socks. Okay, I will review his age later. I haven't actually officially asked him how old is he yet.
Yeah.
All right, so I actually saw Darren's video through Simon's script video. Okay, so I saw this young people, he was like shouting, I have a dream. And he ran towards Simon's script and then he started to intro about his business. And it was like few days ago. It was literally just few days ago. Then I started to feel like, oh wow, this young man has a very, very passionate business. I can feel even your passion, like through video. Yeah. So then immediately I went and at Darren and I was like, I wasn't sure if Darren willing to do this podcast with me, but I was like, I didn't want to have any regrets in life. So I thought, why not connect with him and ask, hey, are you down with this podcast with me? Because I really want to have this heart-to-heart dialogue with Darren. And I was really, really honored. Like, Darren just immediately said, yes, I'm down with it. But then I told him like, oh, but then my podcast, podcast is not that famous. And he was like, it's okay. Yeah, let's do this together. And yeah, thank you, Darren, for doing this with me. And here we are, just 3 days after. Yeah, hi, Darren. Thank you for doing this. And Darren is from Hong Kong.
Hey guys.
Yeah, you want to do just a quick introduction about yourself, like who you are, how young are you, where are you from, and what's your
Yeah.
business?
Okay. So hey guys, I'm Darren. I'm from Hong Kong, and I currently go to the University of Hong Kong. I'm a first year student, which means I'm 18 years old. And during the summer, like with the help of my secondary school teacher, I started my business, Sababu Socks, in which for every sock we sell, we give 30% back to the artist who designed it. Currently, we're focused on the African continent, focusing on East African countries, but we're looking to expand to places such as Hong Kong and incorporate artwork by domestic helpers. As you know, in Hong Kong, people have a lot of maids to this day that like are often not treated like too well. So I thought why pick a new group of artists that would resonate more with the Hong Kong audience. So yeah, so you guys will be working on the domestic helper in the future.
Wow. Okay, so let's do it one by one. You are 18 years old. Okay, you're so young. And how do you get this idea of, started this Sababu Socks?
Yeah, so during my IB days, so back when I was in secondary school, there's a thing called the CAST project where you have to follow your passions and do an activity to help others. So my activity was a tennis initiative. So we hosted different charity tournaments to help athletes back in Africa. So you may ask like why Africa? It's because my secondary school teacher advisor is from Tanzania, from Swaziland herself, which is also in Africa. And before, I didn't really think much about the African continent, but she really told me about like how her home country was like, how they needed the opportunities, and that's why yeah, I decided to continue the work even after secondary school, and I just hit my teacher up, and I asked her, would you be interested in doing this project with me, giving me some advice because we worked on it before, and she said sure, why not, and yeah, that's basically how I started.
Wow, so it's like you started from secondary school with the charity, like charitable projects.
Yes, that's right.
I'm just curious because you know the youngster nowadays, like we don't really involve much in charitable works. Was this because of your family background, like how you're being brought up, that you have this, you know, charitable mindset?
Yeah, like from a young age, my mom always brought me to different charity events. And like funnily enough, it was like also African related events when they came to tour in Hong Kong. It's called Watoto, which is also like an African a community. And yeah, like she always brought me to like different like charity events, church events, my K, like visiting elderly, like, and that's like I think in a way it kind of influenced me like later on in life to also have like this passion instilled inside of me.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's why I always believe, you know, like family background is very important, and especially the role as a mother in a family is very important as well. Because when I was young, my mom always bring me around, like doing charitable works, you know, go and visit old folks' home and listen to some friends' stories and stuff like that. And that's actually influenced me to have such a giving back nature as well. Right.
Yeah.
That's very beautiful. And it's very interesting that it's also African related,
Mm.
right? So back to Sababu socks. Is there any meaning towards this name Sababu? How this name came about?
Yeah, so the word sababu, it comes from the language of Swahili. So Swahili is the most spoken language in Africa. So I thought that would be the perfect language, and it means purpose and also to aid and to give. So I thought why not use that word because I thought it was really meaningful, and that's why the Instagram handle is Sock Babu. We use the word sock and sababu, we merged it together to create sababu, like Sock Babu. Yeah.
Oh, so Sababu means purpose.
Yeah, and like to give basically to aid others.
Oh, that's very, yeah, that's wonderful, wonderful. And so when did you exactly started this Sababu socks? Like last year or year before?
But yeah, this summer, right after secondary school, because we had exams, but I knew like since I was like 15, I wanted to start something, but I didn't know exactly what, and I didn't know it would be in social entrepreneurship. I always thought of business as a way just to make money until like the project like I mentioned, and I just really reflected on my past experiences as a child and being brought to these charity events, and that's when I realized, yeah, why not do Sababu socks? Yeah.
Hmm. So you have such an entrepreneurial mindset since young, like even 15 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
what inspired you? Like, was it because of how like your family is your family having a business, or where do you get this inspiration?
Yeah, I guess my family did have like small businesses, like but I guess in a way it was also like extended family members, like everyone in the family, like very little people in my family actually went to university, like my extended family, my uncles and everything. So a lot of them started their own small businesses, and I think in a way I kind of like looked around, and I went like maybe this is what I really want to do. Like yeah.
Oh, wow. Do you mind if I asking like how much does it cost for you to start this Sababu socks?
Hmm. You want to take a guess?
Wow. Actually, I'm a financial consultant. That's why I'm like very curious about, you know, I mean, to if we were to inspire youngster to dream big, you know, to be courageous and to just start a business, like we can even start small. Like businesses
Yeah.
doesn't have to be big, you know, the startup
Yeah.
cost. Wow, I really couldn't guess. Let me see. Are we looking at USD or
Hong
ES?
Kong dollars. You can say USD now converted.
Okay, maybe 5,000 USD?
Nope.
Lower or higher?
Lower.
Wow. 2,000 USD?
Lower.
Wow. 1,000.
Lower.
Don't tell me it's like 500?
No, it's around 600 US dollars.
Wow. Do you mind
So
share
like
with
that.
me? Do you mind share with me like how you actually start this business up? Do you have any business partner with you? Yeah.
So like I mentioned before, like after the charity project in secondary school, my like teacher, my supervisor was like, Darren, hit me up whenever you want like to start a business, because she's a business teacher herself. And like during summer I wanted to start something like this. And so I like wrote up a business plan, and I like asked her if she was free to go on a call during the summer break. And she was willing to hop onto a call and give me some general advice on like what she thought of my business plan. So yeah, it's just her. But overall, it's just me in the business, and some of my friends help me shoot content sometimes, or like reply to some comments on Instagram. But yeah, it's just me. But I'm looking to expand the team.
All right. So, I heard from the video like how do you get the artists, or how do you connect with the artists in Africa?
Yeah, so it's a platform called Fiverr, where it's like a contract-based website where you can type what you need and hire someone. Like people can like apply for your job. And I thought this way would be way cheap, way more affordable and cheap. Because as like a really small business, you gotta be more nimble and resourceful. So I really wanted to cut costs as much as possible. So I thought by going on Fiverr, like contract-based websites, and asking for artist scouts needed, like that would be enable me to like have like a larger reach and like a larger artist network. Yeah, that is why we have over 40 artists like in our artist network through like this Fiverr initiative.
Wow. So how do you interview your artists? Like how do you select the artists that you want to work with?
Yeah, so the first stage would be going on Fiverr, me typing what I need, what location it is, and then I interview the artist scouts, which finds the artists for me. And when what we're really looking for is artists that truly really need our help, or either they work in a really large agency. Because what I found is like a lot of the times they're taken advantage of. Their bosses know how to sell overseas to like the wealthier people, and they're often paid like wages or like even a really really small commission. And that's what I really want them to change, like an additional revenue stream for them. And yeah, after the artist scouts collect contacts for me, I'll look through the different artists, like look at the examples of their work, and like see which would work best for socks, because as you know, not all types of artwork works for socks. And I would interview them, like hop onto a quick call, asking them like what's their passion, why they do what they do, and do they really want to join our network. So yeah.
Wow, I love your question. Like, why do you do what you do? This is like the most important question to find out, like what's your passion, right? Interesting. So I was actually about to ask, why socks? You know, out of so many merchandise, like why socks?
Well, if you think about it, like clothing, there's like fast fashion all the time. Like the cool designs and trendy designs always change. And you also got to be really technically skilled to work on like clothing mock-ups. But then I thought the basic design of a sock has not changed in like maybe 50 years. So it was just basically like the same shape, same everything. And I don't have design skills. I don't know anybody with design skills. So I thought, why not like design socks instead? And I've always been a fan of socks, like of goofy socks. That's why like during Christmas times, I would look forward to my family members giving me new socks. So yeah, I was like, this is my passion. This is really easy, like easier to do. So why not like follow my passion and something that I think I can execute.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, as you can see, you know, Darren's background, those are the Sababu socks design. It's so colorful. And yeah, there was that one is zebra. So I bought a few. I bought the zebra and the pink color. Yeah, I thought, wow, it's so cool, you know, like because you are right. You're right, Darren, because I think 2 years ago, back in Christmas, I was trying to search for goofy socks as well. But it's just hardly find something which is artisty, you know,
Yeah.
like feel so fashionable socks as well. So yeah, pardon me if I haven't shared about, you know, what how Sababu socks actually benefits the artists in Africa. Because as I understand, it's 30% of the, not the net profit, but 30% from the revenue, right?
Yeah, yeah. We goes directly. No, 30% of the profits go directly back to the artist.
Oh,
So the reason why like I love to cut like my expenses and costs is because like that way the profits like will be like greater so we can give back more back to the artist. And yeah, 30% like every once in a while we send the payments directly back to the artist's pockets and we make sure it's them who gets it and not like their husbands, their wives, like or even their employers. Because I know in African culture, like a lot of the times like it's also like a patriarchy. So like the men have more power and sometimes they often control the money in the household. But we wanted to make sure that it is the artist who gets the artwork. Yeah.
mm. So as I'm hearing, is it true that you have female artists with you right now?
Yeah, we only have two female artists right now, and we're hoping to launch their artworks in our next collection. As you know, we only launched one collection thus far to test out the market and see like the demand. Yeah, and I think so far so good. Because at first I thought like maybe this is not too suited for Hong Kong, but then like the overwhelming amount of support made me realize like Hong Kong and Singapore and like the UK are like amazing markets to enter.
Yes. And I would say because this is a social business, right? And people are more willing to pay for it. And because you are selling socks, the pricing are just affordable. Like, you know, like
Yeah,
be it we just want to support your business, support the artists from Africa is very affordable and it's very smart for you to just, launch it, the design with this socks. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and you will mention like you're looking at expansion. So, may I ask what is your vision in this business?
Yeah, I see Sababu as a platform where I no longer have to find artist scouts and artists themselves will like join our network themselves. And yeah, just to raise overall awareness for art artists and designers all around the world. Because you know, like in Asian culture, like people like your parents don't like you being an artist already. So imagine if you have to do art and support your family. Like it's like a way tougher scenario for them. So I see Sababu as a way for people to enjoy culture and learn more about different cultures. Yeah, starting with the African continent, and yeah, we're looking to expand to different marginalized groups. Yeah.
Wow. So, do you have like a exact number? Let's say, from now till 5 years down the road, how many artists do you want to empower?
Maybe so right now we have like 60 artists like in our network, but we only support like 10 less than 10 of them. So I think in the future by 5 years time, right?
Mm.
We can even have over 1,000 artists if they're able to sign up for themselves and like apply and show us their artwork. But if we still rely on artist scouts, then maybe that number will be reduced to like 700, 800. Yeah.
Mm. So, how fast or how much time usually would they take to come up with a design?
So the thing is, we give the way we pay them is we give them 30% of every sock. And we don't want them to like go out and like design a new painting or anything. Because like of course there's material costs and like at the start I had no guarantee if this project would work. So I told them, why not show me an existing design that you already have that you already drawn up. So that basically all these designs are the designs they already have. Yeah.
Oh, so they just show you the existing painting whereby you will choose the design that's suitable to be printed on the socks.
Yeah. Yeah, because I
Hmm.
didn't want them to like design a painting, like spend like so many days and hours, and like I don't even know if it's gonna work. But of course, we also have like some artists who are willing to do commissions, so we pay them for their to design something specific as well.
Hmm. I'm curious to ask, like, because you were saying like 30% back to the artist, right? So, for
Yeah.
example, the artist A designed the zebra socks. So it's only when this zebra socks get sold and then this 30% go to this artist A. Like, how does it work?
Yeah, it's like if your sock gets sold, then that sock's 30% will go directly back into your pocket. Not like overall, like where you add it all together and divide it up amongst. No, it's like your exact sock, like 30% will go directly back into your profit every single time.
That's good. I mean, this will somehow motivate them to have more creativity, right?
Yeah.
So far, which socks or which design is actually the best seller?
surprisingly, I think it's because of like the culture here in Hong Kong. It would be like the black sock and also the blue sock, like the more plainer ones.
Oh,
So
oh,
as yeah, for this collection, I made sure to test out like a variety of designs. So we have like more colorful and more vibrant and more messy, like more our African type of designs. And we also have like simpler designs and just zebra socks.
mm,
So yeah, I just wanted to test out which type of sock design would be the most like well received, and we found that it turns out the simpler socks are actually more like more popular. So that will definitely be taken into account for a strategy in the future.
mm. Do you mind just show the audience a few of the socks, like, to let them have a look?
Sure. Okay. This is the Chinese New Year sock, and you can
Yeah.
there's like a to look track it directly back to the artist, and yeah, it's called the Tinga Tinga, which is a style in Africa. Yeah,
Oh,
and there's like let me see. This design is also one of my favorites. It's called Alpine Green because green's one of my favorite colors. As you know, Sababu is also green.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and my third favorite would be the bubblegum socks.
yes. I got
What do you
this.
get? Yeah, it's like people would think that pink only looks on like girls or anything, but I think like personally, I think pink looks good on everybody.
Yes. Even guy can wear pinks, right?
Of course.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very cute.
Thank you.
So, what was the struggle, you know, to have this business startup?
Yeah, I think there's like many challenges. Like you think you get over the biggest challenge, then another challenge like shows up. So at first, I thought I need like the biggest challenge would be startup capital. You needed money to start a business. But the thing is, then I realized um I could just in Chinese culture there's like Lychee packet, red packet. I use all the money from there, and then I also learned how to make websites for other people and use the money from making websites for other people to like fund this business. So yeah, that was the first ever challenge.
Whoa. So, this is definitely very inspiring. So, for the audience out there who are youngster, okay, so you don't need to really come up with a lot of capitals, like from the red packets that every year you got from your parents or relative, that could actually enough to start up a business. And then like
Yeah.
Darren, you even learn how to do a website
Yeah, design websites.
design. So even now you do design website as well to fund for this business or to sustain the
Um,
business.
so I have like a website designing business now, like where I teach my friends how to make websites, how to do social media management, and because like I realized like I don't really have that much time anymore to make websites because of school and also Sababu socks. So I thought why not like teach others to do it and like get them to do the designs for me,
Hmm.
like that's for me. So like it's outsourced to my friends now.
So that was your first challenge. So what's your current challenge?
I mean, the biggest challenge would be launching meta ads because we all know meta ads is like really, really useful now. However, like it's I think it's the pressure and like there's like just so many resources online. I don't know who to like who to listen to, who not to listen to. And I think at the start I had nothing to lose because like I could just like try everything again. But like now that like the business has gained some traction and has like some like revenue inside the business, I feel like there's like a pressure for me to like not waste the money on advertising like if it goes wrong. But I think I just gotta learn to test it out and just go for it.
Yes, it is always when we have something to lose and then we start to fear of losing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you manage your time between your school and your business? Like, what's your daily schedule right now?
Yeah. So I knew I would be working on this for a lot, like a lot of the times. So I purposely chose the lessons and my schedule to be only Monday to Wednesday. And that way I can take Thursday to revise and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday to work on the business.
Hmm. So other than your business and your school, what else do you do? Like, do you have any hobby yourself?
Yeah, like I love playing tennis and I love hanging out with friends, just overall hanging out with friends and hiking. Yeah.
Wow. So you still do have time still to mix around with your friend?
Of course, of course. Like, I think friends are really important to keep you motivated. But it's also important for some friends to tell you like maybe uh to not do this, not do that. Like to not only have people like around you like agreeing with you all the time. And I think my friends really do a good job of like keeping me on track and accountable. Yeah.
Wow, that's very inspiring. And I was sorry, I was about to ask something. Mm. Oh yes. What is your advice about, how to have a better time management?
Because personally, I'm really bad at my time management myself. But I guess you just gotta keep in your mind, if you don't do this now, this will bite you again in the future. Like
Hmm.
this will don't do it now. Like stop procrastinating. That's what I would think. That's what I try to do every single time.
Do you mind to, explain more? Like, how do you get this realization?
Well, obviously, because the first ever semester, like I only wanted to focus on Sababu socks, and I kind of like pushed stuff to the last minute, and I'm just like scrambling for deadlines, scrambling for everything, and like it was just overall not a good experience. It was like so much stress, like so much anxiety, and like if I want to like take control of my life, I realized I just gotta like plan things out carefully and have like good time management.
Hmm. Like when we talk about time management, because now you're focusing on business, your school, and then your friends, it's like many things at a time. So the
Yeah.
power of focus eventually become very important, right? So how
Mhm.
do you stay focused? Like when you do this, you just focus on doing this and not get distracted. What's your tips?
Um, I think it's mostly okay, for it's easier for business than for school. Like schoolwork, you always get distracted. I would say just make sure you block like I use a Pomodoro timer, so it's like 25 minutes of work, 5 minutes of break. And I think find that very useful because it allows me to work like full focus, deep work for 25 minutes and rest for 5 minutes, like intervals in between. I think that's really useful. And in terms of Sababu, like it's like really a passion and it's just a hobby. So you want to take a break for your hobby and like not be focused. So yeah,
True.
it's less of a challenge.
So I do have like a timer to time the 25 minutes, like counting down or
Yeah,
something.
there's like websites outside, like you can search up online. It's just, or you can even set up alarm on your own phone. It's just like every 25 minutes, you'll get a 5 minute break, and every 4 25 minutes, you'll get a 15-minute break. And that was really useful when I was doing my studies in my secondary school. And also, yeah, right now for schoolwork.
Cool. And what time do you sleep now? Then usually what time do you wake up?
Oh, so bad. My sleep schedule is totally messed up, especially after the video of Simon, because like you get so much anxiety about like how people like what people think about your product and like is your website working or not? Because it crashed actually from all the people on the website. So I'm like super stressed. Like people are saying this thing does not work, this thing does not work, and I'm like I don't know what to do. So yeah, so I find it really hard to sleep. Like I sleep at 4 a.m. But
Wow.
like past few days I wasn't able to sleep that well. So it's really bad. I wish I could fix my sleep schedule too.
So because the Simon's video just came out, just released
Yeah.
a few days ago. So this happened within these few days.
Within these few days, I would wake up like with my heart like pounding from like nervousness. Like, what are people saying? Is my website working? Like, yeah, like I don't know. It's really tough.
Yeah, I can understand you're anxious because you are managing this yourself, right? So you have to make sure the website is working, like people manage to order, and it's worldwide, right? It's
Yeah.
literally 24/7.
Yeah. It's like a competitive sport. Like your competitors are awake when you're asleep. It's like sleeping with lions around you.
Wow. I guess you have to somehow balance this, right? Because if not, I mean, unless you hire a part-time PA to manage this for you, because if not, in the long run, it will definitely it will take a hit.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I'm like starting to take the heat. Like I felt like so tired like this morning, like and every day. Like I find it hard to sleep normally anymore. So Yeah, I think in the future I'll definitely have to expand my team, but like every founder, I think it's like your baby, you cherish it a lot and you don't know like who to trust, who not to trust. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and I feel because I have my business also, and I feel a lot of times it's about we want to take control of the things,
Yeah.
and we are just
Yeah,
so afraid to let go, and like we find it hard. Like I find it hard to trust other people to do the work for me.
exactly. I feel the exact same way.
Yeah, like before I even have my PA, I did every single thing myself. So I get that anxiety sometimes, like wow, many things in my head, A, B, C, D, E, F, G to Z things that I need to do. Well, it was so chaotic. And until I have my PA, I just told myself, okay, I need to let it go. I have to learn to let it go. And I have to let
Yeah.
her to learn to improve as well. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I guess people like us, we want efficiency and we want the quality. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to trust people.
Yeah, definitely. Because like I think I don't know if it's just me. Like a lot of times you think you only trust yourself to do it. You think you can and to a certain extent being a founder, like being starting a business in the first place, you think you can do this thing better than other people. That's why you think you can compete in a business landscape. So yeah, it's definitely tough to like trust other people to do it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and we always think like, oh, it's okay. I just spent 20 minutes do this myself and I can handle it. But actually, we have
Yeah.
forgotten that if we let other people to do this for 20 minutes and we can spend this 20 minutes focus into bigger scale, like in expanding the business.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I came to learn that, learn to accept. All right, okay, just let it go. Stop controlling. Wow. I believe, Darren, you are definitely an inspiration to a lot of youngsters out there because you are only 18 years old and you have so much passion about building a business, and it is not like you were being born in a wealthy family, right? Am I right to say? What gave you that courage to stick on to this business? Because I'm sure there were times that you may feel like giving up.
Yeah, of course. Like I took a whole month off like during Chinese New Year because like I was sick for 2 weeks and then like I was just feeling like overall really burnt out from the first month and like a pressure to sustain the sales. So I just took a month off and it actually rejuvenated my energy and everything just felt better. And like at times where I really want to give up, like it's not like other businesses. There's people lives at stake. Like artists actually hit you up and ask you how are the sales going, any updates? And like the more you connect with them and learn about their stories and their struggles in life and why they're always like following up like it's like this mission and this like not only my passion but also like the lives of the other stakeholders at stake which like pushes you to go for it. And actually there's like a funny story. It's not really funny, but like one of the artists is like I he used to like message me every day, like ask me about like some like I was like so annoyed, like please, I'm really stressed, stop messaging me all the time. But then like and he started like adding clauses to like what happens if I pass away? Where will the 30% go to? And I was like, wow, I didn't really think of that. And
Wow.
then one day he just like told me like that he really needed like the reason why he was like so pushy all the time was because he needed for his medical expenses.
Mm.
So like stuff like this that really gives you an insight into the lives of these artists and like how like perhaps this paycheck is um like determines their a well-being and everything. Yeah. So
Wow.
really like yeah.
Wow. I mean, I have so much feelings like when you were describing this. Like I can sort of visualize it,
Yeah.
right? And it's not easy for you to shoulder this yourself at such a young age. It's like people are relying on you, not just
Yeah.
they themselves, their children, and the future.
Yeah. It's like a huge amount of pressure, but there's like a quote, pressure is a privilege. And yeah, pressure is what makes diamonds. So like you just got to learn to really like accept this pressure as a form of like making better informed decisions. Yeah.
You have a very big heart there. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because it's truly not easy. I mean, shouldering our own responsibility is so heavy enough, but yet, with other lives. Yeah. And at the same time, with this said, I believe that you are definitely feeling so much fulfillment in your life right now at such a young age. So how do you feel? Do you mind describe?
Like when you have a business, like every day is like really exciting because I don't see it as a job. I see it more as a passion. So I know like a lot of people like around me, they want to be like they want to like do this thing, but like I just never liked working for anybody. And like I didn't like the word retirement because people say, oh, if I make this much, then I'll retire this early. But when you think about it, if you really enjoy what you're doing, do you really want to retire? Because every day is basically a vacation if you truly love your job, like genuinely.
Wow, I want to
Because
give you a high five.
I say,
Yes, high 10. I absolutely agree. Like, as a financial consultant, whenever we talk about retirement, I had this conversation yesterday with another business owner. I said, retirement is just a concept. It's literally just a concept. It's about the mental freedom. You no longer need to stress out, oh, I need to wake up this timing, work for somebody else. I mean, I can retire today if I do something that I love,
yeah,
right? So, wow, it is, yeah, that's why I need to give you a high 10. Yeah. So, what would be the advice? Like, if you have to advise, the youngster that who are actually watching this, they like those who wanted to start something, but probably they are procrastinating or they are having fear, may not be successful or whatsoever. What are your advice or that you would like to tell them?
yeah. So like our brains, like through evolution, is designed to keep us safe and not happy. So you may want to, like, for example, you may want like a really stable job and everything, but like it's just your brain telling you like that's the safer option. But does that really make you happy? Because our brains are not trained to make us happy, only to make us survive. So you really got to think what really truly makes you happy. Because like people say, oh, maybe generational wealth, but I don't think like sure that's like really a really noble thing, but I don't think wealth will last forever. Like to a certain extent, like there's like a phrase in Chinese, but I forgot. It's like wealth doesn't pass through like 4 generations.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can think about if you live for yourself rather than doing like just don't have any fear. Like don't have any fear in doing anything. Just do what makes you happy rather than what you think will make others happy. It's just like posting content online. If like you want to post content online and you're feeling nervous, just do it. Because at the end of the day, like you don't want to be on your deathbed saying, oh, I wish I didn't listen to these people or listen to like other people. Just do what you want to do, live for yourself and start thinking about what makes you truly happy. And for those who are like really afraid to start their own business, I would say just go for it. You're young, like it's never too late and it's never too early. You're young, you have less responsibilities, you don't have a mortgage, you don't have a car, so you might as well go for it now, fail and try again, like just like Simon says. And yeah, just keep trying because you never know.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, because I think like the example of posting videos online, I think people are just afraid of being judged, afraid
Yeah,
of judgment, or afraid of, hey, what if I post this video and there's no lights at all. And this bring back to my podcast, because when I started this podcast, I started this without any further planning. I just thought, okay, I want to do it. Let's do it. Like immediately, like next month, then I started this whole thing. So when I first started, because I came from a Chinese education background. All right, so I was just telling myself, all right, let's take a challenge. Let's do this in English instead. And I have to keep challenge myself, right? I mean, it's so fearful that I was thinking like, hey, how people gonna judge my English though? And then when I started, it's true, because I have friends who came and tell me that, hey, Candy, you need to buck up your English. your grammar is not good, and then your video doesn't have much likes, you may need to think about whether you want to continue this podcast. I took a hit and I went home. I had a deep thought. So I asked myself, why did I start this podcast? It's actually for value giving, right? It's not about me wanting to be an influential, super influential people overnight. No, it's not. Like, I'm creating a legacy, right? So why should I be afraid of how many likes I get or whether am I popular right now? And it's okay. I'm just going to tell myself I have to be patient, and I definitely will do this better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah. So like, really thank you. Like, that's why when I first contacted you, I have to be very frank. Like, my podcast is not that kind of popular, like, well, a lot of likes and all that. And I really want to do this heart-to-heart dialogue, unscripted. Yeah, because first thing first, I want us to enjoy the moment, just go with the flow, just share whatever you have in your mind. And with this said, right, I'm very curious to ask you, Dareen, do you read a lot?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Never heard of it. I haven't read a book in a really, really long time, like since secondary school. But I did read like Simon's book, and I do watch a lot of videos online. Like there's a lot of good audiobooks online that truly like can actually change the way you perceive like a lot of things in life. So I would say if you're not like a really good reader, because like I think like I just find it so hard to read sometimes, especially with social media and videos, like your attention span is just like really, really snappy. So I would just say if you don't want to listen to like read a book yourself, you can like listen to audiobooks or even find YouTube videos online. It's basically the new medium of transferring knowledge.
Because I love reading. Like, I mean, because of the content in your brain, like when you answer the questions and all that. I just want to let the audience know this is unscripted. Yeah, because your answer is so good, right? And all right, so if you were to what would be one book that actually changed you? Audiobook, like, could you share it to the audience?
One book that actually changed me. Well, I would say a recent book just to support Simon, and genuinely, it really actually changed me. It's actually his book, What's Your Dream? It goes through like how to find your passion in life, and like even goes through how he's first started. So I would recommend everybody to read it, because like genuinely, like I promise, like if you read it, like it will genuinely change and make you question, is this really what I want to do? Because you only have a limited amount of time on earth. And yeah, it just gives you the nudge to go forward.
Yes. What's your dream? Right, the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because averagely we are living 32,000 days.
Yeah.
Worth in our entire lifetime, assuming we live until 85 years old. And how many of us actually pass on before that?
Yeah. When you think about it, it's like going on holiday. You want to like when you go on holiday, you appreciate every single day. But then it's like the exact opposite thing when you're back at home and you're no longer on holiday. Like this mentality kind of changes. Like you kind of slow down and you kind of like don't appreciate your days on earth as much as when you go on holiday. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. And yes, Dareen, you brought a very good point, because I realize a lot of people, they go on vacation with a mindset of, I want to escape.
Yeah.
They are not traveler, but they are just a tourist.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think you just gotta, oh, sorry.
No, yeah, you can continue.
I think you just gotta keep in your mind, like, just treat yourself as like a tourist on Earth, like a traveler on Earth only. Like your time on Earth is just like it's not forever. And I think I'm still trying to wrap my head totally around this idea of truly appreciating every day. Cause like sometimes it's really easy to forget like how life is truly, truly a gift. And you only remember that like when you're on holidays or when like a tragic event happens. So I really try to remind myself every day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very beautiful. I'm 35 this year. And when I look back like 10, 15 years ago, I mean, I have been through a lot since I was like 20s. Yeah. I actually started my own online fashion store when I was 18. Yeah, it was like way back. So it's like kind of like a pre-order fashion shop online. That time was Friendster. Yeah. So actually, like when I thought back these few days about my life, I've been through some life and death event, and like it was at my age of 24, and it's actually after that episode, like every single day when I wake up, I feel like wow, thank God that I'm still alive. It's just like the true chance of making a changes is actually while we are still alive.
Yeah, I think just like always like one event, like personally, there's always this one event that really like changes your outlook on life. Yeah.
Yes. And like I just think back the question that the artist actually asked you, like what happened to the 30% after they pass on? Like have you come to, a solution to it? Like what's your thoughts?
Yeah, because like he said, like a lot of people like want to pass on wealth to their family members, especially in like for my in my artist situation, like life is just like way harder than in like bigger cities. So yeah, we actually transfer it to an account that they give us. Like for example, let's say either like a foundation or like a foundation or like a charity or the artist's children or siblings themselves.
Hmm. Or maybe I can give some ideas. I think maybe you can venture into like setting up a trust. Like, this may be one of the structure that you can have a look. Yeah, then you have the trustee to manage the account. Yeah, this
I see.
probably can make this more sustainable, like to live as a legacy even after they passes on.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about legacy, I hope that you are not. Yeah, I mean, although you are very young, okay. So I'm gonna ask you this: how would you want to be remembered one day
Oh,
when you are no longer around, even when you have left this world?
that's like a really, really tough question. What do I want to be remembered for after the world? Honestly, just a good person who tried their best to do the best that they could do. Like, yeah. And I hope like by sharing my story from this experience, like from Sababu Socks, I'm able to inspire more people out there to just go for it. And like, because doing what you love can genuinely change your life. Like uh, totally, entirely. Yeah, so I think after like my legacy, I just hope I'll be remembered as a person who really tried their best to to give back and hope I inspire some people out there. Yeah.
Yes, you are definitely. I mean, I'm one of the person that who you have inspired very very much. Yeah, I'm sure the audience will get inspired as well. And this video, this podcast they are one of your legacy. Even one day when we are no longer around, whatever we have said, we have shared, it's always there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to further share, Darren? Anything that you want to talk
No,
about?
not really. I guess if people like the viewers have any questions, they can always shoot me a DM or just comment or ask me any questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. Because yesterday there was like this kid from Slovakia, like all the way around the world, like just DMing me, like hopping onto a call together and just like asking me questions. And it was like truly the sweetest thing ever. I would encourage like you to also like try paid forward as much as possible because yeah, it truly like changes like this may be like a small act for you, but it could make the person's entire week or even month. So yeah.
And you probably changed their entire life, like we don't know, right? Just because of your nature of giving back, like your sharing.
Yeah.
Actually,
You never know.
yeah, you can challenge yourself to do a live instead, like IG live. I'm sure there are many youngsters who really wanted to ask you a lot of questions, and you can definitely inspire the youngster nowadays to have a different outlook about their life. Like what's the
Yeah.
purpose in life? Like Sababu, yes, I learned something new.
I see.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
that's something.
Darren.
No, thank you for having me. I really enjoyed the talk.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, the next when I visit Hong Kong, I definitely will call you up for a meal. Yeah, I'll buy you a meal. Thank you for this session.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
it's truly inspiring. I mean, it touched my heart. You know, from the bottom of my heart, I can feel you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we had a very good dialogue today, and I hope the audiences who are listening to this episode, I hope this can inspire you to do just one meaningful heart-to-heart dialogue every day, because who knows, you will change a life. You will save a life as well. Thank you, Darren.
No problem, guys. Thank you for having me.
Bye. See you.
Bye.
Thank you for being part of this incredible dialogue. We hope this episode has inspired you to embrace heart-to-heart dialogue in your own life. If you love to share your stories with us, DM us, comment below, or use the hashtag HTHD stories. Your voice matters, and we can't wait to listen and learn from you. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with your friends. Remember, every genuine conversation has the power to make a difference. Let's make an impact together. Till next time.